Welcome to Unusual Psychology, where we explore the hidden forces behind the way we think and behave. Most people assume that overthinking the exact moment your head hits the pillow means you have an anxiety problem, or that you simply do not know how to relax. But people who experience racing thoughts at night are actually operating with a completely different neurological baseline. There are three hidden reasons why your brain refuses to shut down at night, and they are actually signs of extreme mental attunement. By the end of this video, you might realize that what you've always considered a frustrating flaw is actually your brain's unique way of protecting you. What you are about to hear isn't the usual, generic advice about putting away your phone or drinking chamomile tea. This is a completely different look into how your nervous system actually processes the world when nobody else is around. You finally lie down, the lights are off, and suddenly your brain decides it's the perfect time to remind you of a slightly weird tone your coworker used at 10 in the morning, or an email you forgot to reply to. This isn't because you genuinely want to torture yourself with the past. People have probably told you that you obsess over the little things or that you are just a neurotic worrier. What is actually happening is a psychological principle known as the Zeigarnik effect, where the human brain is wired to remember interrupted or incomplete tasks far better than completed ones. Your brain is using the first quiet moment of the day to run a massive background update because it finally has zero distractions. You aren't failing at relaxing. You possess a deeply analytical mind that is constantly striving for resolution and harmony in your daily life. You are completely exhausted, your eyes are heavy, and you know you have to wake up early tomorrow. But instead of going to sleep, you deliberately keep yourself awake, replaying hypothetical arguments or endlessly thinking about everything and nothing at all. This isn't a sign of laziness or terrible time management. Society often labels this as a lack of self-discipline or an addiction to your phone. The truth is, psychologists call this revenge bedtime procrastination, meaning that when you spend your entire day fulfilling obligations and meeting other people's expectations, your subconscious steals time back in the middle of the night just to feel a sense of freedom. You aren't naturally undisciplined, you simply have a powerful, underlying desire for independence and refuse to let your entire existence be reduced to just working and sleeping. Let's pause here for a moment. If you recognize yourself in these behaviors, you've probably spent years hearing that you just need to turn your brain off, stop worrying, or learn to go with the flow. That isn't entirely wrong, but it's a description of you given by people whose minds simply do not process the world with the same overwhelming intensity that yours does. You find yourself staring at the ceiling as your thoughts drift toward the future, catastrophizing small problems like an upcoming meeting or financial worries until they feel like massive impending disasters. This isn't because you are inherently a negative person who looks for things to be upset about. Others might have called you a pessimist or told you that you are overly anxious. What is truly happening is a biological survival mechanism known as hypervigilance, an ancient instinct that translates the quiet, vulnerable dark of the night into a time for social and emotional threat scanning so you won't be caught off guard tomorrow. You aren't broken, you simply possess a highly attuned nervous system that is deeply empathetic and incredibly prepared for whatever life throws at you. Oversensitive, neurotic, anxious, or just bad at winding down. Every one of those labels might have been used to describe you at some point, and what they saw was real, but the meaning was entirely misunderstood. Maybe you aren't broken just because your mind is loud at midnight. Maybe you simply have a mind that is deeply, intensely engaged with life, and maybe what you've always called insomnia or anxiety was never a weakness at all. It was just your brain working overtime trying to keep you safe in a world that rarely stops to think. Which part of this midnight overthinking felt the most familiar to you? Tell me in the comments below. Someone reading your experience at 2 in the morning might realize they aren't the only one awake right now. And if you enjoy discovering the unusual psychology behind your everyday behavior, stick around and subscribe for the next video.